Namaste! Today we are going to watch the SAS Iranian Embassy Siege or Operation Nimrod. So this operation was carried out in 1980 by the SAS, and this is known as one of the best operations done by the SAS army, and it was sent to us by you guys, and it is a very popular one. So assault on the Iranian embassy. So we know these embassies and everything are so well protected, and an assault on that is a very big thing to do. So how did they do it, and what were the situations of it? Let's see in this video.
Recently we have seen a video of SS person where he was he was controlling the operation, and the way he controlled the operation, we got to know that SAS unit is so allied, and they are very fearless, and they can do anything for others. It's not like that they do care about their life, it's like that they do care about other person. And the last video which we saw, that was so incredible for me, and it was so inspiring, and we got a message from that video that we should become a person like him. He was alone, still he still he went to to save the life of the other, which inspired me a lot from him. So today we are going to watch this Iranian Embassy Siege. So I hope this video is also going to be very entertaining and very inspiring for both of us. So let's watch the video.
I think so. This will be a very interesting video to understand. So let's watch this video.
It's 11:30 a.m. on April the 30th, 1980. A car pulls up next to the Iranian Embassy at 16 Prince's Gate in South Kensington in London. 6 men armed with submachine guns and automatic pistols quickly exit the car, run across the street and burst through the embassy's front doors, shouting and firing wildly into the air. The diplomatic constable, PC Trevor Locke, is swiftly detained by the attackers, who then round up 26 hostages from the embassy staff and visitors. However, Locke presses the panic button on his radio before he is overwhelmed, alerting Scotland Yard to this developing crisis in the heart of London. The 6 men come from the oil-rich Iranian region of Kazakhstan, an area long repressed by the Shah of Iran. A year earlier in 1979, the Iranian Revolution toppled the Shah and brought Ayatollah Khomeini to power. The Kazakhstanis supported the revolution in the hope that Khomeini will grant them greater autonomy. However, Khomeini proves just as brutal in his management of the region, sparking a rebellion which is aggressively crushed. Hundreds of Kazakhstanis are killed or imprisoned, but the crackdown inspires a group calling themselves the Democratic Revolutionary Front for the Liberation of Arabistan to carry out militant action against the Iranian regime.
Arabistan.
The front plans to give the Ayatollah a taste of his own medicine. They find a partner in Iraqi President Saddam Hussein, who is eager to annex Kazakhstan into his own country. The 6 men in 16 Prince's Gate have been trained and armed by the Iraqi government, who smuggle their weapons into London in the Iraqi diplomatic bag. The militants plan to use their hostages to force the Iranian government to release Kazakhstani prisoners. Their leader, Awan Ali Mohammed, promises the hostages will all die if their demands are not met. At the embassy, London Metropolitan Police are on the scene within minutes, and the outside of the building is secured. At the same time, members of the elite Special Air Service are finishing a training exercise in the famous Killing House at their headquarters in Herefordshire when their alert beepers go off. Confused, the soldiers wonder if it's a mistake until they receive a simple message from SAS Director Peter de Billier in London. This is the real thing, pack your gear.
Pack your gear.
22 Regiment SAS is dispatched to London under the command of Lieutenant Colonel Michael Rhodes. While the SAS team is on its way, Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher and Home Secretary Willie Whitelaw agree on a strategy. The police will handle negotiations, but if a hostage is killed, then the SAS will storm the building. Negotiations begin between the police and Owan, who makes his demands known while the SAS prepares for a military assault. The next 4 days are tense. As the negotiations drag on, the SAS, along with MI5, have been carefully surveying the building. To cover the sound of MI5 specialists implanting listening devices in the walls, the British government reroutes passenger flights bound for Heathrow to fly low over the embassy. From May 1st to May 4th, Owan releases 4 hostages, 2 who had fallen ill, and 2 others after the BBC agrees to publicise his demands. The release of each hostage brings hope that the crisis will be resolved peacefully. However, on May the 5th, the sixth day, Awan is becoming increasingly irritable at the lack of progress and has run out of patience. A telegram is delivered to the hostages from the Iranian foreign minister, who praises them but ominously writes, "We feel certain that you are all ready for martyrdom alongside your nation."
Oh.
At 1:45 p.m, a series of shots are heard from within the embassy, and 5 hours later, a body is dumped outside the door, along with a threat that the militants will kill the rest of the hostages within 30 minutes.
This is getting serious.
Thatcher and her cabinet understand there's no going back now, and operational control is handed over to the SAS, with Lieutenant Colonel Rose in local command. Rose's plan is codenamed Operation Nimrod. 2 teams will assault the embassy at the same time. Red team will storm the 2nd, 3rd and 4th floors from the roof, while blue team will clear the basement, ground and 1st floor from the embassy garden.
So it was like
Both teams must breach at the exact same time to ensure surprise and give the hostages the best chance of survival. Even so, the British government is told by SAS Director de la Villiers that the best case scenario is that 40% of the hostages will become casualties.
Oh no.
New cameras trained on the embassy catch the SAS teams moving into position and snipers setting up on nearby rooftops. With the UK on a bank holiday, the entire nation is about to watch the rescue operation take place live on their television.
Oh my god.
At 7:23 p.m, the code word Hyde Park signals red team to hitch up while blue team moves to breach the back door. 2 minutes later, London Bridge is radioed to the SAS men and Operation Nimrod begins. A diversionary explosion blows in the 2nd floor skylight, which is also intended to coincide with red and blue team breaching the building. However, Warrant Officer Thomas Goodyear becomes stuck on his abseiling rope, and red team cannot breach the windows using explosives for fear of wounding him. They instead smash the windows and toss stun grenades as snipers fire CS gas into the building. Director de la Villiers immediately senses the start of the operation has gone wrong because the teams have failed to synchronise their breaches. The stun grenades ignite the window curtains, and the flames set Sergeant Tommy Palmer's gas mask on fire as he enters the building. Despite the CS gas, Palmer tears off his gas mask and leads his 4-man team into the building while snapping at his singed hair.
Wow.
He spots a militant on the other side of the room dousing the carpet with kerosene and points his MP5 submachine gun at him, only for it to jam as he squeezes the trigger. The militant sprints into the
Man, nothing is working for these guys, and how did they go on with it? Like a one man got stuck and they could not enter at the same time, so no synchronization. Then they went in and then the mask went off and it started to burn, and now when they were starting to fire at that militant, the gun stuck. Oh, what, like everything that could go wrong is going wrong up till now, and this is very, very sad situation to see. I don't know how will they work for it, and like it is very interesting to see what will happen next.
Hallway with a hand grenade and heads for the telex room, where most of the male hostages are being kept. Running after him into the hallway, Palmer calmly pulls his sidearm and drops the man with a single shot to the head before he can kill any hostages.
Wow.
Upon realising they are being attacked, the 3 militants guarding the telex room begin indiscriminately shooting the male hostages, killing one and wounding 2 others. Hearing the shooting, Palmer leads his team to the telex room. They burst through the door where the militants quickly try to hide among the hostages. One of them rises to throw a grenade, but is shot by an SAS operator. Another is lying on the ground, but is discovered and shot when he also attempts to detonate a grenade. Palmer and the SAS team begin evacuating the hostages out of the telex room.
There's still one guy.
That one of the militants is hidden among them.
Oh.
Meanwhile, half of blue team emerges onto the 1st floor balcony and detonates a frame charge, blowing in the reinforced windows before tossing in stun grenades. One of the hostages, BBC employee Sim Harris, is in the room but unharmed. Blue team moves to the next room, where PT Locke is fighting for his life. The police officer had tackled the militant's leader Awan when the assault began, and is attempting to draw the revolver he has carefully concealed since the beginning of the siege. However, Awan has gained the upper hand, and is about to shoot Locke when an SAS soldier shoves the militant leader, and another kills him with a burst from his MP5.
Wow, such a good
Harris
move.
and Locke are safely evacuated. The other half of blue team breaches through the rear doors on the ground floor, led by Staff Sergeant Peter Winner. The ground floor is clear, and Winner leads the team to the cellar. After tossing stun grenades, Winner spots a crouching figure in the corner of the darkened room and empties his entire magazine into it. He finds out later that he has just shot up a dustbin. One floor above, the female hostages are found unharmed in the cipher room by Red Team. They join the rest of the hostages being evacuated down the main staircase. Staff Sergeant Winner is shepherding the hostages down the stairs when he notices the hidden militant among them with a grenade in his hand.
Oh.
Just before the militant can pull the pin, Winner instinctively bashes the man with his MP5, sending him crashing down the stairs where two SAS soldiers unload into him.
Wow, this was
The
so
hostages are
amazing.
evacuated to the back garden, where they are bound with plastic cuffs to await identification. One militant is still at large before Sim Harris recognises him on the ground and he is taken into custody. Operation Nimrod is over after 17 minutes. The crime scene is returned to the police and the SAS teams disappear back to their makeshift headquarters where, during their debriefing, the men are visited by an unexpected guest. Prime Minister Thatcher walks into the room and announces, "Gentlemen, there is nothing sweeter than success, and you boys have got it."
Yes.
Amid loud cheering, the men are served ice-cold beer. The
Wow.
rescue operation is a success. Of the original 26 hostages, all but one is saved, and 5 of the 6 militants have been killed.
Oh.
The SAS has long been an organisation that is content with operating in the shadows, but now the bravery and professionalism of its servicemen is on full display for the world to see.
Yes.
Millions of Britons have witnessed their extraordinary work in real time, and over the next few years, the SAS will be swamped by applicants wanting to join their ranks.
Like how these guys tackled all the problems was very very good. Like even in the last problem, like the militants were mixing up with the hostages, so this is so hard to detect because yes, you are saving the people and those are Iranian people and even the attackers are Iranian, so there is not much difference. You cannot find a difference among them, so you have to go for the ID cards and this and that, and at that moment you cannot do that. So it was very hard for them, so they were looking for those small hints like a grenade or something like that, and like that one militant was able to go out of the area with among the hostages and he still did not pull the pin, so he was into something, so he wanted like to kill more and more people, but then there were the smart SAS members who detected it and who just captured him. So this was some very great tactics used by the SAS, how they entered into it and how they worked upon it. Even that one guy who was being captured by that militant, so they one guy just pushed him, other one shot him, so the synchronization was always there and they were always on the cards to work it out and make sure that they save the people. And it was expected about 40% people will be killed in this whole scenario, but I don't think so 40% people were killed. There were about 1 or 2 that we saw that were killed and all the other militants were killed, but yes, not hostages, much of the hostages. So I think so this was a real big success for the SAS.
Seriously, I also like this video so much, and this was the toughest mission I have ever heard about, and your police were not enough to tackle with the mission, and even the soldiers, the other unit soldier was also unable to tackle up the operation. After that, they gave the operation to the SAS, and we can say that why it is the reason that why they are called as special air services, because they are when any units are unable to perform their are perform are unable to complete their tasks. So here are these special air forces. They always come and always rocks, and the way they planned was also uh very incredible. Firstly, they divided the unit into 2 parts. One was looking up the roof part and another one was looking up the door part. Basically, there was 3 floors which the blue team was looking it up, and the way they tackle with the situation was so good. And most importantly, any hostage didn't killed. Only the it was like that only the terrorist was killed in this operation. So as Padam said, so this was the huge biggest achievement of the SS soldiers, and literally they did it very nicely and calmly. The way they performed their duty was mind blowing, and literally this was also very motivating video for me. And we got to know that you should not you should not panic in the situation. You should always look up the positive side of the situation, and you should always take it slowly and with the calmness and with your intelligence. If you're gonna deal the situation, deal the toughest situation uh, very intelligence very smartly, then anything can be possible. So yeah, I really enjoyed this video.
This was a very very interesting video to watch. So, what are your thoughts about it? Do let us know in the comment section below. And you did you really watch it on live TV? Do let us know that also in the comment section below. So, do like, share, and
Subscribe.
bye.